Hi guys, welcome back. Scatlink here. We are off for the challenge you voted for, the Legend of Zelda Ocarina Time Urban Challenge. In the last episode, we completed the Dodongo's Cavern after starting it in one episode once again, and haven't lost my shield yet, which is amazing. And in this episode, we're going to have to go up to the top of the mountain without the Hylian shield to dodge the eruptions, to get to the Great Fairy to get ourselves some magic, and then we're going to have to head over with our bombs to Zora's River, blow up those boulders, and get the hell towards Jabu-Jabu's belly, I guess. And we'll probably finish it there, because I don't think we're going to get there in within 20 minutes. And... what? I chucked a bomb at this boulder and it didn't blow up. That was strange. And I don't even need money anymore, because I'm already maxed out. 99 rupees! 99 red rupees! That's a parody of something. What did I just do? Excuse me a second. Did I just... wow! Wow, I didn't even try to blow up that 50 rupees. And yet I did. Yeah, you can blow up. Wow, I'm just getting speechless so far. Alright, climb. Get up there, please. Thank you. Right, I've got to time this again, because apparently I can't trick this one out. Oh, no! Messed that one up. I can't take so much stupid damage. And because we haven't got the Hylian shield, we're going to have to backwalk through this ravine to dodge the eruptions, because as we already know... that was timing. Because as we already know, well, we can't... if I get hit by any of these eruptions, my shield is pretty much going to go bye-bye, and I was able to get through the whole of the Dodongo's Cavern without losing it. So, if I could get through here without losing it, that'll be excellent. But first I want to go down here, because I took some stupid damage from my bomb, because I didn't chuck it after jumping. Or just jumping in general. Give me that. Can't even talk to the cows, because I don't know how to opponent song. I don't think I mentioned that in my, rules video, actually. Okay, I'm going to have to get this lined up, because this is going to be bad otherwise. But yeah, I don't think I mentioned that the, the opponent song even can be used for... getting milk from the cows as well. But you can't put healing items in bottles anyway, so... I don't know then. Maybe that's why I didn't mention it, because I kind of covered it. Backwalk! It's so much more accurate with a GameCube controller, because it locks it to the downward position. Fuchsia's came in, she's meowing her head off. Come on, don't get hit, please! Taking hit will take massive damage, and it will also get rid of my Deku shield. Come on, yes! Yes! I'm quite chuffed about that. Hello, Fuchsia. Oh, she's leaving. Ah! If it's not Jack, it's bloody Fuchsia, because, you know, Jack's not with us anymore. If you haven't watched that Final Fantasy VI video, I think you should. I think he's actually in the thumbnail, and I'm getting tons of seeds now. Which is very good, because I was quite low in the last episode. Well, I actually had 27 at the beginning of the last episode. I just didn't realise during recording. So, it literally took me a whole 30 bullets to get through the dungeon. That was crazy. Pretty much, because I had to restock and I still kept firing. So yeah, that was insane. That means if I did actually have an upgrade, I would have been fine. But because I'm not allowed upgrades, it actually shows how much this game can be much more difficult without these rules in place. And I do actually want to talk to him in order to get down quicker, but for now I just want to go in here. I do not have to go into Death Mountain Crater, because I don't need the gold pillars, or whatever's in the grotto in there. So, we can just go in here and grab our magic. And then I have my awesome spin attack, which I will be abusing, just like last time, but, you know. Oh, would you please flick when I actually flick it? You do it the first round of notes, and then you won't do it for the second round. That's just weird. Maybe if I loosen up my controller is seriously old. Like I said, the silver GameCube controller that I use is like the GameCube controller that I got with my first GameCube, which was silver, which was part of the Wind Waker value pack at Toys R Us. Which is actually the last thing I actually... no, I think the last thing I got from Toys R Us was my Dagger of Time from the Prince of Persia movie. But the last thing I actually brought myself from Toys R Us was probably this GameCube value pack. I mean, that GameCube doesn't work anymore. It just cannot read discs anymore. I'm guessing the disc reader laser just is bugged. I mean, it still turns on perfectly well, as far as I know, but yeah, it just doesn't read. It just doesn't read the discs anymore. So I had to get a normal What is the matter with you, little kitty? She won't stop meowing in the background. She's putting me off. It's not every day that she winds me up, so I don't think it's worth cutting out. But you know what is worth cutting out? Cutscenes like these. I said that too early. And that's that. Future's still in my room. She won't leave me alone. She keeps cuddling my chair. I'm recording. I should have shut the door like last time. That's a mistake I keep making. Which is not good. Now, here's an issue. Because I do not have to go and to get the Gold Tiller in that Song of Storms only grotto outside of Hyrule Castle, I don't really have an excuse to leave the Din's Fire until later. In fact, that would probably just waste more time. Unless I get it once I have to go back to Castle Town. Actually, no, yeah, that's a thing. I'll probably get it after either the bottom of the well, or I'll get it when I have to go to Castle Town. But right now I don't have to do that. All I gotta do is, yeah, I don't have to worry about that. Yeah, all I have to do really right now is just go to Zora's River. Seriously, we're just blazing through this game. On the trail we blaze, as I said in the last episode at the very end. Get out of my way, chicken, I do not care for you. Spin! Yes, I can always do it on command. Because if I just say spin in the middle of a sentence, yeah, it works. That's just one of the best things about the GameCube controller. The GameCube controller is just like the best Nintendo controller ever devised. I mean, maybe the Wavebird is better, but it doesn't have, because, you know, it's wireless, but it doesn't have the rumble feature, which is one of the reasons why I could say it ain't. But I don't mind the Wii Remote either, because it's very responsive, it always works, most of the time. I have very few exceptions to that, but yeah, the Wii Remote's actually pretty good as well. I just don't see much of a point for these plastic accessories that cost about 10 quid. If they cost like half the price, that would be more worth it. And we got to deal with the owl again, and I just got my first magic jar, yay! All of the happiness. I thought we got rid of magic, but apparently no, it still exists in some form. Oh, I don't know, Final Fantasy VI references. Thank God he doesn't give you the yes or no question on this one. Even though I wasn't mashing the button. Hey, you know what? Fun fact. On the Master Quest version, he doesn't actually fly over that way. He just does a loop around and flies in that direction. So maybe when they did the reverse on the 3D Master Quest, because once again I saw it in St. Ella's Let's Play, I'm quite a big fan of hers. I guess I just like listening to her voice. Her voice is so soft. But now I'm starting to sound a bit creepy, so let's stop that. Flying! Actually, what am I doing? I don't need this chicken. I'm not getting the heart pieces. You only really need it for that one jump anyway. So whatever. I guess they expect you to have it. But yeah, you don't have to do silly jumps like that. Like I said, you can get that, but you can get heart pieces that just lie out in the open like that with the boomerang. Spoilers. But yeah, you know, if you want them, go right ahead. But I'm doing a challenge, so I don't have to get them. And if you trick a jump with the cuckoo, you can actually land on that platform. Really? As soon as I'm about to flick, you get him away. Yeah, that platform right there, if you trick a jump, you can actually do that with the cuckoo. But that's kind of out of the way. And I don't need the heart pieces. And I don't know why I called a heart piece, a heart container a heart piece in Dodongo's Cavern. That was stupid. Apparently do not know my hearts. But anyway, with this spiffing camera, just head on forward. I don't even need a turn, I can just continue holding forward while it does that. Hello, Gold Teller, I do not need you today, so you can just hang around for God knows how long. And the reason why I didn't want to start at Kakariko Forest, because I had to be at Death Mountain in order to get the magic, in order to progress at certain points in the game. So it was just easier to start at Dodongo's Cavern. Like I said, I'm not going to be, unless I'm in the middle of a dungeon and I have to do multiple episodes, I'll probably do them all in one run, so I don't have to start at the beginning of the dungeon every time. I make a video and then do a speed up montage to catch up to where I finished the previous episode at. But when it's outside of dungeons and I have to go places, I'll probably use dungeons as like checkpoints, so that when I reload the file, I've literally just reloaded the file and started the episode. It just seems more fair that way. Because what if I was in like the middle of the water temple, for example, and then I have to like just mess about with the water levels again just to get into a room that I was originally in? Nah, not dealing with that. So take that as you will. It's just the plan that I've got going for this project that you guys voted for. I always have to point that out in case of some people haven't joined in and asking, why are you doing Ocarina of Time again? This is the reason why. Well, there is actually another reason. And I guess I could say it now because it's not entirely spoilers. I'm planning on doing ROM hacks of this game, like full-blown ROM hacks, probably like Voyager of Time. I think Sibling Karis actually played that in her spare time as well, actually. I think she beat it. I'm not too sure if she beat it 100% or not, even if you can, but I don't really know much. I mean, she has tried telling me a few things, but I'm like, no, don't spoil it, because if I do the game, I want it to be blind. Obviously, so I won't go for 100%, I'll just go for what I can, because it's blind, you know. But this ain't obviously blind. I mean, if you try to do the Oba challenge, or any challenge on a game blind, you're kind of silly. Because if you don't know what you're doing, that could really mess you up. Like Pro Jared's Pokemon Y or X Nuzlocke, I can't remember which one it is. But yeah, he messed up on that Nuzlocke because he didn't know anything about fairy typings or whatever, and that Mr. Mime really screwed him over, poor guy. And, well, the King Nappy and Shady Penguin are currently doing a Soul Link Nuzlocke. It's like an interesting new form of Nuzlocke that they invented. Recommend watching it, it's pretty funny. Every episode's worth a like because it's so funny. But yeah, what am I doing? I don't need to talk to you. Getting distracted again. What am I talking? But yeah, you don't need to, they kind of get a few things mixed up with Gen 1 because I haven't played it in ages, despite the nostalgia factor, and yet they're doing a Nuzlocke on it. So I don't know what to say about that, because, you know, challenges your knowledge of the game. I mean, they taught, I think Nappy taught Flash to his Alakazam, which I find kind of silly, because it's like, well, unless you plan on using it like a much more accurate and effective sand attack, you're not going to be able to get rid of that move despite what you think, because in Gen 1 there is no move deleter. In Gen 1 there is no move deleter. The only way to do it is like if you learn a new move in the daycare. If it learns a new move in the daycare and flashes its last in the last move slot, that is the thing. Now, anyway, back to this challenge here. Of course, like I said in the rules video, you have to get this in order to get into Lord Jabu-Jabu. And you also need a fish to get into Lord Jabu-Jabu as well. To get to the Lord Jabu-Jabu area, you need the letter to move King Zora out of the way. And if you want to get in Lord Jabu-Jabu himself, you need a fish, and therefore you need a bottle to put the fish in. And, of course, you don't have the adult's wallet, because you can't get the gold Skultellers. You're going to have to catch a fish yourself, which is normally what everybody does anyway. But, of course, now I have a bottle, I cannot put any fairies in it, despite how much I really want to. I can't put milk in it, I can't put pose in it for the random chance, I can't put literally anything in it other than blue fire, the letter itself, used for Falcon punching lightning balls from Phantom Ganon and Ganondorf. And of course the fish to get in the Lord Jabu-Jabu. So they're all kind of issues, I guess. And you know what? Just because it may sound a little bit funny, I don't know why I did that. Whoops, let me cut this out. I forgot to target him. And it won't let me. Why can I not target him? This is weird. There we go. That was strange. I couldn't lock onto him. That's never happened before. Okay, I wonder how that sounded when it was sped up, because obviously that's post-editing stuff. I'll probably laugh during editing if I do that, but, you know, I just thought that would probably be funny. And what am I doing? I need to go catch a fish. But, yeah, what to talk about? Oh, yeah, I was just wondering, which I just forgot to mention, actually. You know that all the water here flows all the way through Hyrule to Lake Hylia? Well, you've got the shortcut down here as well, so technically the water is flowing in two different directions. Through this hole in the Lake Hylia, as well as all the way through the land of Hyrule to begin with. Where am I going? I'm over here. And not only that, I know that Zoras are like people with the water, but doesn't it not, do they not pollute, like, the water for people? Because, like, do people, like, drink and wash and cook with this water? Well, I guess cooking ain't that big of an issue, because obviously cooking will kill bacteria, but you know what I mean. It's just something that occurred to me. I mean, most of the water source... Max, stop barking. Good lord. But yeah, not only does the water... Actually, no, the water flows three ways. It flows through in here, which I guess is okay then, I guess, because this is where all the people hang out, but it still goes through to Lake Hylia through that little shortcut. And of course, outside with Jabu-Jabu, it flows over the side, which makes the massive river all the way through Hyrule. But still, I mean, this dude sitting in the water, doesn't that all pollute the water just because, like, he's sitting there day in and day out on his throne? I mean, wouldn't the water be covered in fart particles or something? I mean, I don't know. It's just something that occurred to me. I don't know why it's occurring to me of all things, going into that detail, but you know. But anyway, I'm up to 18 minutes already. I don't think I did much today, so I might record 2 episodes today. So yeah, you know what? I think we'll end off this episode exactly where we did in the LP. Right as soon as we enter Jabu-Jabu belly. Or Jabu-Jabu's mouth thereof. We have to actually venture into his belly. Why can't you just say inside Jabu-Jabu? You don't actually go into his belly until you take Ruto to the opposite side to get the boomerang. So it should just be called inside Jabu-Jabu, really. To his rectum. And welcome to Inside Jabu-Jabu. Cross that out. And I guess in the next episode, just like in the LP, I believe, we will start on the Jabu-Jabu's belly and probably get it done in one episode once again. How about that? See you guys then.